Alright, stream. I think you've started. There's a slight delay when you actually start streaming, and then when it actually pops up. I think it's still recording. Alright, I think we're good to rock and roll. Alright, so off camera I did play this a little more. I changed the aesthetic of my swords, my scimitars, and I also now have all the Dragon's Bane set. So I get the plus 20% critical damage, plus 30% critical damage, and then the plus 25% critical chance when Cloud of Daggers is active. And that's how to go with the purple look, since we are a drow, instead of the red look. I wonder if there's a way to see which attribute points you've gotten from each mission. So every mission is supposed to have an attribute point, I think, except for the boss missions. But I don't see a way to tell if you've gotten them from these things. I want to check something real fast. So if I make a new character, I have to do a quick count real fast. What do we have? 7, 10. Oh, my pen's not working. Alright. 7, 10, 7, 6, 5, 5. Alright, what's my character currently at? 8. So that's 1, 11. Is that a number? No, 1. Alright, so 11, 14, 18, 23. So I have 23 points. I have 3 more because I think 20 is the max level.
Whiff of those things? Impressive.
So 23, and if I get 20, missing 3. 17, I've only gotten 6 attribute points from the maps? Is that math right?
Think Regis is going to be back soon? He has the best stories.
I did not. I didn't really fiddle with it off camera, so... It really only came with one time. I don't usually talk to people I play with. I asked the developers themselves, they never responded to me. So I don't know. I'm starting the stream a little late today. I was looking at houses, so... Found one we're probably going to put an offer on. Which is really exciting. I don't really want to change my character, so we're just going to leave that party. Now I think the only thing I can think of trying is changing my my settings in Steam. Because right now I have Steam set up, it uses my default settings, which is what my microphone is. It uses my default input and output devices on Windows, which I have set up for my current stuff that I'm using right now. So it'd be weird if I had to manually put that into Steam, or manually select it, but I might have to do that to see if that works. Because I'm the only person that I've seen that doesn't have their mic showing on the party management screen.
No, it's fine.
I think it's a little
I
weird.
love sitting over here with nothing to do.
Never had that issue with any other game before. Like my stuff works in Hunt Showdown, worked in MechWarrior Online, I don't know, whatever other games have like in-game voice chat.
It almost feels like Regis placed a spell on Kartik, doesn't it?
Alright, so I think this is a combo that I want to practice using a bit more. So Aether Slash, unlock Scimitar to stab, tap backward, and quick attack during Aether Slash. And also have this. Has a 35% chance to shorten ability cooldowns by 4%, which I really want to use. I don't know if this guy's AFK or... should try playing with him. I'm tempted to just run through all the missions real fast on the easiest mode and just get all the attribute points that I've missed. I wish there was a way to show you, like, I wish they would show you which ones you've gotten in each mission. Because right now it's guesswork, I think. Maybe in the journal it'll tell you? But probably not. Level 1. He's not level 1. Why is he doing this at level 1? Yeah, I'm not doing that. You don't get good loot out of tier 1 difficulty. Though I might do it myself, just to get through all the stuff and find all the attributes. Solve all those puzzles. Because I've done a few. If my math was right, I have 23 points. 17 of which are from level ups. Which means I found 6 attribute points throughout the missions. Which means I thought I was doing a good job of being thorough. I guess not.
You think Regis is gonna write me soon?
It has some merits, man.
Just,
If you don't like it, that's okay. I'm not saying it's great. I think it needs some work, but there are some good elements to the game.
The united peoples of Icewind Dale had defeated Kessel's armies
And do all
and
up here.
destroyed
Am I doing
his
on like
crystal tower.
3rd difficulty?
But the
And just play through all these real
dwarven-
fast and look for the attributes.
none of this is counterfeit, I swear. I know nobody asked. I'm just.
Then I can have them all mapped out for my other characters and save me some hassle in the future. So we'll be playing single player tonight. Yeah, if you don't actually have to pay, yeah, it's definitely not worth $40. Don't spend $40 on it. But the gameplay loop is fun. I think the gameplay loop itself, the maps are well done, cinematics are very good as well, though that doesn't define a game. But the gameplay definitely needs to be tweaked. But once you unlock some more moves and stuff and learn how to parry, the combat does open up quite a bit. Or if you get it gifted for free, you know? I do think co-op is more fun.
Bruner's aid in the war against Kessel left his people exposed
well?
to this invasion.
Alright, so we're just going to take our time and play through all these missions extremely thoroughly because I want to find all those darn attribute points. So, might not be the most exciting gameplay, since I'm only playing on tier 3 difficulty, which I'm a little strong for. Yeah, I think once you unlock some moves and stuff and start, like, utilizing more of the, like, combat mechanics, it does open up a bit. But I was playing online a little earlier today, and I kept dying to stuff that I could not avoid.
Spotted any dwarfs yet? No. I heard they all got out.
Because there's that weird delay.
Not sure, but it's going well.
Like, some of the enemies will, like, bounce around and hit you when they weren't standing beside you a second ago. I'm not going to really worry about grabbing gold. I do want the crystals, though. Take care, man. Oh, whoa. Matthew's over there distracting me. Pretty sleep rarity. I'm probably still not going to do anything good playing on tier 3 difficulty, but we'll see.
goblins in Verbeeg lay siege to the Battlehammer halls. I'll break this siege and then see what damage has been done within.
Whoops. I think there's a maximum rank for the gear you can find on each difficulty tier as well.
You think there's any dwarves left inside? If there are, they're hiding pretty. Hope they're not breaking out that door yet. Some dwarven magic's keeping it shut. You're under attack!
Also, I discovered that attacking someone in the back isn't guaranteed critical. So that's really where I want to be as Drizzt, which makes me rethink which set I'm going to use. So right now I'm using the, I still think the Dragon's Bane is better than the actual Do'Urden set. The Do'Urden set gives you more damage when you're attacking someone from behind. Which I don't know if that's more damage than I get bonus damage off the crits with this set. Not used to everybody attacking me at once like this. You know what? Here. Let's go and pop this. Because we have that ultimate thing sitting right there. I still think this is more damage because it increases my crit chance as well, which is means I can get crits from the front instead of just focusing on attacking from behind. It gives me more options for damage instead of constantly circling behind somebody.
Another chance to make the Dale safe.
But we'll see. I don't have a full Do'Urden set yet, so I can't test it. But I think the Do'Urden set looks better than this one. I hope my internet's working okay. It's giving me some trouble. Hold on. 1 second. Did my internet just go out? No, it's working. It's just super slow. I'm hoping, if and when I get that house, I'll have to get Comcast. I'm hoping there's a different option there. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get anything good on this difficulty. A little disappointing, but it's faster. Hopefully I'm finding these attribute point shrines more quickly as well. I don't remember finding one in this first mission. I feel like I know this mission pretty well because I spent a long time playing it.
What are we doing? Is the siege over? Well, the dragon kind of put a stop to it. Yeah, but we still gotta get...
Die by my blades, goblins!
Come on, bud, don't fight!
Oh, that's right. He's taking my... I can parry that attack. I can definitely parry that one. I think sometimes I still take damage from it, which is a little weird.
Come, Guinevere!
I executed that guy. Not actually sure though. Yeah, if they can make the game run in multiplayer like it does in single player, like how smooth it is and easy to parry and everything, like that right there would just, I think, make the game almost worth $40. Still needs more work other than that, but that would be a huge step in the right direction. Just fixing that multiplayer jank.
Kill that intruder. Keep away, Drow.
Whoops. I don't know if you actually parry these guys when they have guard up. But they can't be staggered either. Haven't quite figured that out yet. I mean, you can block them at least, so. Don Durden. I haven't ever considered that as a name yet. That's a good one. If we're playing Drow, I might use that.
Your voice is giving me an itch here.
There's 21 missions, I believe. There's 7 acts, and each one's split into 3. And then there's a tutorial mission, which is nothing to talk about at all. I have played most of the missions. There's 2 or 3 I haven't done yet, I think. Some of the boss fights are really challenging and, you know, really neat. Oops. Now, not all the boss fights are something to write home about, but there are a couple really neat ones. I'll showcase the missions after this if I remember. Just remind me if you're interested. There we go. I got an epic ring. It's probably like a rank 1 or 2 though, so probably not worthwhile. So the chest is over there. There's also a chest up here. You can cheese your way through the ice to get to it, but it's actually easier to just wait till later in the mission. There's a ladder over there you can jump off of and get to this stuff. The map design is really, really well done, I think. Like, finding the secrets and stuff feels satisfying. Like, hunting down all the different trinkets and attribute shrines, stuff like that. It feels good. It's just the gameplay itself is, you know, a little off the mark. I did get some good sleep, and I even took a nap today before I went and looked at houses, so. There's even some interesting puzzles. All the puzzles are kind of the same for the attribute shrines, but they are, you know, it's a change of pace. You have to find like these little emblems hidden around the area, and then light up the corresponding symbols, which a lot of people haven't figured out yet. I keep playing with people, they just light all the symbols, and have to go and unlight them, and they relight them again. I'm just like, come on, guys. And here's the solution right here. And for some reason, my mic won't register in the game. I don't know why that is yet. I've asked the developers on Twitter, they haven't responded to me, so. Something you won't see here are like the team fight, or the team attacks, which are really powerful. And then each character triggers their team attack differently. I think Caddy Bree, if she gets a kill, you can trigger a team attack. Drist might be a backstab, I'm not sure. Bruner, if you use one of the enhanced attacks. Let's see. That. Alright, so we have got the attribute shrine here. Oh, excuse me. Ah, fruit. Yeah, I've got this attribute shrine. It's behind this door here. But it's lit up again like I can grab it. You can only grab these once per character. Yes, it's not letting me grab that again. We're gonna go ahead and finish out the mission anyway. I'll just play them in order. Whoops, was not paying attention. Can't.
I will fall without aid.
So there is a backstab mechanic and a execution mechanic. They're really hard to get off because you're usually comboing in the middle of them. And if you hit them when they're in that state, I think it cancels it out. But basically, you can knock an enemy out of stamina. They do have stamina bars, you just can't see them. Some attacks, like this one, right here, damage stamina. And when they're in that state, in that like kind of stunned state, well, stun is a different state. You can execute them. When they're stunned, which some attacks just do, Drist has one that stuns them and actually turns their back to you. You can get a backstab in for a ton of damage. But yeah, may as well finish out the mission. I'm getting a bunch of crystal, which is really nice.
How's she getting on then, you?
Seems like the dwarves are gone. All that's left is to break into their halls.
Had been looking for these. Not a big deal. It's just a little bit of experience.
What? That's good news.
Oh, I was hoping to catch the farm down, or just have to drop it.
Never seen it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the game, and I can see why. Like when I first played it, I was very negative about it, but I put a lot more time into it, and I mean, maybe I forced myself to like it, I don't know.
Guinevere, to me! Die by my
I do think that the early game is a lot different than the late game, so you have to kind of get through like the early part. We don't have all this cool stuff unlocked.
Kill these
Come on, elf. I can almost
Yeah, no, it's definitely not worth that price. And I still think I still would have preferred it as an isometric game, which they had intended to do. But for whatever reason, they
My body fails me.
decided since they got more funding because they found a publisher
catch me.
or something. I don't know, because I mean they were published by Wizards of the Coast from the get-go. But something happened and they got more funding and they decided to make a third-person action RPG instead of making an actual sequel to the Dark Alliance games, which I think is really weird. It's like because it sounds to me like they had a vision, and then someone came along and gave them a different idea. Honestly, I mean they could have just followed on
Goblin siege engines can
piggybacked off of Vermintide's success and just made like a Vermintide first-person game. I think that would have been a good idea too. Like this just feels weird. Mostly the multiplayer. Again, multiplayer is super funky.
You know what I miss? I miss Castle telling us what to do. Someone approaching.
This one will tempt.
Kill these suckers. Turn on the crowd.
Yeah, they did put a lot of money into advertising, which I think is a little weird, considering, you know, the game itself. I don't think the game is as bad as people are making it out to be. Again, I don't think it's a great game. I think it's overcharged. They need to fix a few things, but there is fun to be had. Again, I think the gameplay loop is solid. The environment, the map design. Basically everything besides the gameplay itself is
For the
really...
people of 10 towns.
I'm not gonna say really good, but it is good.
Another chance.
It's a solid
to make the Dale
experience.
safe.
Just they need to tidy up the, mostly the multiplayer.
Who stands against me?
Yeah, I think $40 is just way too steep for this game. But it is on Game Pass, so maybe this is a lesson. People should just start getting Game Pass instead.
Another chance to make the Dale safe.
There are a lot of abilities like I don't use on a regular basis. A lot of them sound cool, but like I'll show this dark sphere up here. It's not something that you can really utilize in combat because the channeling takes so long.
You don't know how to stab right. Gotta aim for the belly button.
You can use it in multiplayer since the aggro on enemies is really weird, but like
That's why you gotta get them from behind.
that doesn't take so long to cast.
Wow has come.
I don't want to cast that in combat.
Somebody get them.
Guinevere, to me!
Well, again, all the like peripheral stuff to the actual gameplay, which is a huge part of an action RPG, of course. So I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound less than what it is. But I was extremely negative the first time I streamed the game, so I'm trying to, you know, look at the bright side. And there's a bright side to the game. I think a lot of people did get caught up on like the whole hate wagon with the game, and so they don't want to acknowledge that there is good to be seen in the game. But I am a silver lining kind of guy. Like, there's a lot of games that I look for the silver lining in when, you know, a lot of people wouldn't bother. Another game that got another game that got a lot of hate that I'm really enjoying is Biomutant, and then Biomutant's also put out a lot of patches. Well, two big patches that address all the issues that I had with the game. So. Whoops. I don't really need to grab this. I don't need money. All the small chests are always money. The medium and large chests are items.
The voice, it calls to me. What does it say? Nothing kills. You'll steal no secrets.
champion.
Bolt Seeker! We serve the one life!
I'm doing a ton of damage to this guy. I'm doing a lot of damage, but he's just not, he's got a lot of health. He is a mini-boss, so... That makes sense. Yeah, right? How dare I? I mean, there are some games that can't be redeemed, like Underworld Ascendant is one. Like, it doesn't have any redeeming qualities. I mean, they put out a couple of patches, but I don't think there was, like, any part in those patches. I doubt that it actually fixed the game. That's really the only game in recent memory I can think of that I absolutely hated. Mordheim, I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with, because that's another incomplete game on my channel. Because I don't like the story missions. I've been having fun with this game, so you know what?
Champion.
That's all that matters. It's a good thing too, because I spent $40 on it, so.
Go stab somebody else!
I hate those darn archers.
Without their engines, the siege is ended. Time to take out the Goblin Commander.
But again, just because I'm having fun with it doesn't mean I don't understand where some of the hate is coming from, but... I mean, but look at my character. My character looks super cool. Like, the armor and stuff, the aesthetics of this game is just fantastic. I'm kind of sad you can't transmog your equipment into other equipment sets. Like, each set has its own unique transmog options. Because I would like to, There's a mug back there, but I'm not going to have all 8 of them, so I don't care. Because the boss fight is right up here. But like the Duerden set, I think is his coolest looking set. But it doesn't have the effect that I want. So I'd like to try and transmog this set into the Duerden set.
Come for Big.
Alright, I think this guy's my priority. Whoops.
Elves don't want to get activated! Come on, man, you'll fight!
Summon Guinevere again. I have maxed out Potions of Heroism, so I get a ton of cooldown. Or, yeah. When I use my Potions of Heroism, I get like 95% of my ultimate bar back. Yeah, that attack just takes so long to channel. I don't know how people use that in combat.
To me!
I want to get behind him, but it's hard to do when I'm playing solo. If I had Blink, it'd be a little easier since I can turn invisible. But... Oh, and then I can execute here. Oh, no. Took too long to activate that ability. So that boss fight isn't anything to write home about. It's nothing really unique to it. It's just two enemies. It is hard though if you're playing on a harder difficulty. And playing online creates a whole nother difficulty because you have that weird jittering and stuttering. Alright, let me remember. I'm going to show off all the missions. So I think it's... Pretty sure it's 21. 7 acts and 3 chapters per
I
act.
thank you for your assistance.
Hey, we'll level up. Hot dog. He's almost maxed out and move on to the next character. Well, move on to the next character once I find all the attribute points, which, if I'm playing at tier 3 difficulty, won't take very long. Or, I probably won't level up doing that. I'm just explaining myself. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have to. Excuse me, something to talk about while I'm streaming. Let me open this up and then I'll look at the missions, since Kairos was asking about that. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. And each one has 3 acts, so I haven't done any of the Mask of Kelvin yet. I've done 1 Crystalline Dreams mission, and I'm missing one of these, the Order of the One Light, the Act 3 one. These red ones, I think, so the first 2 acts are like standard missions, but the final one I think is just the boss fight.
Dragons are...
Because I helped the guy do this one, and when we did the 3rd act, it was just the fight against the dragon. And this one, yeah, I did the middle act. Anyway, we're gonna do Halls of the Duergar next.
It was not goblins that drove the battle.
This one has a pretty tough boss fight as well. I think this is the one where you fight the mage and the fighter at the end. Because I think the elemental stuff, like the elemental equipment, looks super cool. I think the necrotic one looks the best on Drist. I do think, despite the issues with playing online, I think that the 4-player co-op is the ideal experience, because it does make the enemies harder, but you also have each other to rely on. You get those like team attacks and stuff out. It feels...
Goblins
feels really
in the
good.
valley and Duergar the halls. The dwarves won't be able to return to their homes
If you get a decent team. There's always a chance you'll get a team that like, there's one group I was playing with, there was a burner player, he just kept running in and dying over and over again. He was also much lower level than he should have been. Oh, jumped too far.
Enemies of the Dale! You'll find no prey here.
The trolls do have this one attack.
Face me, trolls!
That one right there. That darn attack. that left swipe, it comes out so fast. I've never been able to dodge it unless I'm just not near the troll. It's insane how fast that comes out. I can probably parry it if I sit there and spam parry while I'm attacking.
Goblins invade the valley and Duergar the halls. The
So when you die and you
dwarves
do a
won't be
party
able to
wipe,
return to their
when you
home
teleport back to the
until
beginning,
threats
all
are
of your
dealt
progress in the dungeon is saved, except for enemies respawn. But you don't need to go back and grab anything else. All the loot that you've gathered is
Latiger's outcast.
saved. Which I think is a great touch. So you do get punished, but the developers, I guess, understand that you're going to go back and do it again, so they're saving you a little bit of time. Or in a game like Vermintide, all progress is completely reset. There we go, got the parry off. Let's get back. I'm gonna heal up just to be safe. It's regenerating. Oops. Really don't want to deal with that. He's healing up while I'm on the ground, which is super frustrating. Whew. Hate fighting trolls. Yeah, but then they'd have to find a way to monetize it, and I honestly would prefer like looter games like this to not be monetized. Because Vermintide is one of my favorite games. Like I absolutely love the Vermintide games. And hopefully Darktide too when that comes out. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you can't parry these guys when their guard is up, which is a little annoying. I think it prevents them from being staggered as well.
Latiger's outcasts. Face me, foul! Who stands against me? Do it!
A lot of gold that I'm not worried about. I'll grab the gold chest, but I'm not going to worry about the actual gold on the ground. Because I have everything maxed out on Driss so far that requires gold. I forgot to put my feet point. Where's my feet point? Yeah, I mean, if it's all cosmetic, I guess. As long as you can't get like a bonus to loot. Because that, I don't know, defeats the whole purpose of the whole loot game.
This one's had training.
So these guys hit like a truck, these Grey Stalkers. They will one-shot you on tier 5 difficulty, at least my character, because I don't have, Talk about the time like Constitution and stuff, because I'm going for damage, not... There we go, one less to worry about at least. These two are stacked up nicely. It is Drist. But in Dragon's Bane armor instead of his typical Duerden outfit. Excuse me, thank you. Well, I think they need some creative talent, so you should apply. So I'll go ahead and grab that since I'm here. Don't need it. And there's a DLC coming out in the fall. Alright, so you can take this portal here, and it's a shortcut to over there, but you have to go back this way anyway. But we can reach that point where that takes you, going the main path. So you don't need to backtrack. I actually haven't read them, though I am familiar with a lot of the lore behind Drizzt and the Companions of the Hall. I've done a fair bit of reading on the wiki and stuff, but didn't read the books themselves. But yeah, you can play as Drizzt, Brunor, Wolfgar, and Catti-brie in this. In 4-player co-op. There's the troll. There's Gwenobar. Come on, down you go. There you go. I can't parry when there. Okay. Let's get out of this. Or not. Whew, I was scared there. Wasn't sure if I was gonna get the parry off or not, if he was gonna die first or what. I guess I just read his carts. It gives you extra experience if you knock out the side objectives. There we go. I think you get extra loot for it too. I'm not actually sure because it doesn't really tell you what you get your loot for at the end of the mission. And explosives destroy the acid on the ground. So if you see a way blocked blocked by acid that you can't cross, just look for the explosive barrels. I found a lot of epic stuff here. I'll probably just end up selling anyway.
For the people of Ten Towns.
So I think Wolfgar gets a an actual armor breaking ability. I didn't really use it when I played him. I think he has an attack or a move that completely breaks enemy armor or guard. So I still haven't found the attribute point shrine here. I'm gonna keep that in mind as I continue. Have I found this yet? No, not yet.
It speaks to us. I've heard you speak.
I do recommend always focus on the Grey Stalkers first thing because they do hit like an absolute truck and they have a ranged attack, so it's not always easy or possible to avoid their attacks. Completely shredded that guy. If I get behind him, I do a ton of damage. Yeah. If I get behind them, they don't have a chance. Alright, I have to go over here for the... Oh, may as well call the elevator down. While I'm thinking about it. Or up. I am a little disappointed. I mean, I'm actually split about it. I don't know if I'm appreciative or disappointed that like the loot you find isn't shared between characters. So if you collect a ton of crystals for one character, you don't have them for your other characters. I guess I'm gonna say I'm more disappointed than I am glad. Don't need to grab any tablets from most of these places because I found them all. All they do is unlock like lore snippets and things like that. I think I need to backtrack. I don't need to go up here yet, right? Isn't there a path back here I didn't take? I think it's just another way forward, but I gotta be thorough so I find that shrine, because I don't know if I found it in this area. I'm sure that I have. I've played through this mission several times. I think it's one of the better missions, actually. Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember this. So the elevator takes us up here too. The elevator is over here to the right or to the left? I think it's to the left. Also, I get some weird FPS drops here. I think this is where the altar is as well.
Another battle ahead.
Fist! Kill him!
So there's actually more benefit to parrying than just getting the deflect in and the free damage. So as you use special abilities, you lose max stamina, as you see by that little bar in my stamina. That was a backstab, execute. Hey, that's backstab, execute is heavy attack. When you get a parry off, I think you get some of that back. Or it just refills your regular stamina. I haven't actually paid that much attention when I do it. And whenever you get a parry, you also set up a team attack for your teammates if you're playing co-op. So getting good at parrying, there's a lot of benefit for it, or to it. Alright, so there's the shrine. This is the elevator that we could have taken. We have to go that way. See, I have found this shrine before, but I'm gonna grab it again just to be extra safe.
have to hold our position. Dwarves are certain to return.
I know the situation. As long as we hold the defense.
I'm going to do the backstab. Need to practice slowing down my attacks a little bit so I can get those backstabs and executes in when it happens. You can only get execute in when they're glowing yellow. So the coloration, the outlines of the enemies do indicate what's going on. When they're red, you can't parry the attack or block it, I think. That's usually the case in games. I haven't actually tested it here. I really want to take this guy out, because he's going to hit like a truck. Even though I'm stronger than I need to be for this, you can easily die, as I showcased earlier.
To me!
Like, you're never truly indestructible in this game. Well, I guess unless you invest into, like, constitution and defenses, but... basically pure offense. Oh, is he still alive? No, they killed him as I fell. Cool. Whoops. So this troll here has given me a lot of trouble in the past. On this difficulty, I should be okay. Oh, oops. He threw out 2 attacks. So he throws these little poison things down. Darn left hook, man. Every time. Yeah, just because of that left hook. Well, the Verbeeg are also a pain in the butt. But only because, like, on multiplayer, they slide around, and you have no idea if they're going to teleport next to you, hit you. But the trolls and that left hook, I think, that makes them the hardest enemy in the game. Just because of that left hook. Because it hits hard and it hits fast.
I don't want to live in some drought.
Also, this boss fight's one of the ones that gave me the most trouble. Shouldn't be very difficult on this difficulty, but we'll see.
To me!
Yeah, he's already down to half health. This is a joke. Oh, stunned.
Whenever strike!
Again, I'm a little stronger than a little overpowered for this difficulty. I should probably be playing on tier 5. I'm playing on tier 3, maybe tier 6. I actually don't know what my power level is. I think I'm at 25. I don't know what the max is. I think it's 3,000. I'm not sure how I triggered. Oh,
I do it
when you
all
trigger
for
the team
day.
attacks, you're the cause of it.
And
That's
my
right.
friends.
Doesn't mean you're the one actually activating the team attack. Yeah, so I do think the Tundra Raptor set, at least the legendary version of it, is the coolest looking set. Well, the Durin set looks pretty cool too. It's a toss-up. Yeah, this is the Tundra Raptor scimitars. Just looks super cool. The fire, all the elemental sets look cool too. In fact, I think the Warden of Maliki, I don't know how to pronounce that goddess. It's probably my least favorite set that he has. Everything else looks really cool.
I could have pipes like Wolfgar if I wanted to. Just gotta get back to working out.
The Duergar we faced were but an advanced force of Legion.
And watch the cutscenes, because I think the cutscenes are well done. Or not, because they're not going to play. I didn't skip it.
To stop the Duergar, Bangor's span must be destroyed. This will be a dark day for Brunnar.
Yeah, because Bangor is Bruner's father or grandfather. I think it's his father. Depending on which companions you have with you, they'll explain it. That's the only reason I know.
This one may have friends.
And also, I know I throw out that same light attack a lot, the one with like a whole bunch of stabs. It's not because I'm lazy. It's because it's probably the best attack for Drist and his high crit chance and damage.
We were lucky the battle hammers were at war when we arrived. And unlucky forces of half a shell assault.
So it is a calculated move. Not saying I'm not lazy too, but I'm not gonna bother grabbing that tablet.
Unexpected. I'll enjoy stomping them.
My work continues. This is good training.
move. Can't move. I'm getting mauled to death. Thought I had the parry off. I guess not. Whew.
The Duergar army crosses Bangor's span.
Yeah, that
brought down.
I've wiped
We may
a few
never
times
get
the
out
whole
of
full
battle.
party against those guys. Because there's 3 there, and then when you kill one of them, I think 2 or 3 more spawn in. And they all have that leap attack. When you're locked on and zoomed in, you can't see what's going on behind you. Yeah, there's a lot of reading I need to catch up on, actually. I'm severely behind on the horse heresy, which is my priority right now. But since I've been in school, I haven't really done any recreational reading. Actually, I'm supposed to be reading over the summer in preparation for my senior seminar. I want to get a head start on that and try and decide what I was going to write about before, you know, actually the class started, but...
This one will test me. I grow weary.
Is that attack coming in? Where's it at? Oh no, it hit me there. Oh, alright, let me out. Oops. I knew I had to move out of that, but I thought I could kill these guys before it went off. Should be getting behind him, but I'm just gonna swing anyway. Alright, just to make sure I don't miss the altar. Probably should use Guinevere there. I mean, it's been a little while, but I mean, I mean, I've done a lot of reading in the past. I'll get back to it.
These lands.
It's just you have to do so much reading in school that I'm burnt out on it. I don't have the time. I wouldn't say I'm burnt out on reading, but I don't have the time to do it. Alright, so I know where that thing's at. It's up here.
Rise and meet this challenge.
Guinevere, to me!
There is a deal to be made here.
Plus, right now I can just I can focus on my actual writing. I need to actually come in here. Focus on my writing, brainstorm ideas for writing, since I'm not being influenced by anything directly that I'm currently reading. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's all I ever wanted. Whoops. I don't think I knew there was a path up here. I've played this mission a couple of times. I think I've missed this every time. Or not. Actually looks familiar.
After all, they worship this stone as if it were alive. It is alive.
Another chance to make the Dale safe.
Nope. This guy's gotta go. These guys are so annoying. I don't care what happens to me, just need to kill this guy so he doesn't kill me. I think the beating from the rest of these guys if I have to. Oh, don't need the tome. Yeah, I don't actually know how I'm gonna do with character stuff. I've never actually, I've been critiqued on it. Well, I mean, I did take, creative writing fiction. I got hit on, I guess my biggest critique when I was writing, that fiction was using a lot of cliche stuff. But in my defense, I've read a lot of 40k, so, like, cliche is half of what I know. And I recognize 40k as not being good writing, but you know, reading so much of it, it's going to have an influence on you. And it's, it's definitely there.
Whoever brought us here was... We're the fools. Right? Do we not make our own choices?
For the people of 10 towns.
Actually, you know what?
I might not live through this.
Oh, you need to take these guys out. Crap. Yeah, that attack right there can one-shot you.
My body fails me.
Son of a gun, man. Yeah, that little shockwave attack they do. It's only doing half damage to me here, but in the higher difficulties, that just straight up one-shots you.
To stop the Durgar, Bangor's span must be destroyed.
Yeah, I thought it was well implemented, honestly. Even after the critique, like, I didn't see a way to improve it.
You may want to get back and join the ranks protecting us.
But I don't need to fight these guys. We're just gonna run past. Fought them all before. I just need to find the attribute shrine. I kind of kill them as I go. I can run past a lot of them, but in order to stop and look and make sure I'm, you know, solving all the puzzles, and finding all this stuff, I do. I think I get there. There's no fire. I hate that. Oh, am I gonna die here? Run! The invisible fire got me. Yeah, I love me some Lord of the Rings. That's
A champion.
that's my jam. Leave me alone. Also, I guess another positive for this game, if you do wipe, you can just run past all the enemies, because their aggro range is very small.
Another battle ahead.
As you run past them, they'll eventually stop chasing you. And then it, like, gaps like this they can't cross anyway.
Fools better double time. Nothing to do but wait. Defense! Battle order! This seems excessive.
Wait, are my attacks not even touching this guy? Is he just not able to be staggered right there? That's weird. He's out of guard, so I don't know why he couldn't be staggered. Maybe it's just the attack? Maybe his attack gives him hyper armor or something? Made to do whatever I just did. Stop locking on. I do wish you wouldn't lock onto the barrels as often as you do in combat. Like the lock-on system could be a little more fluid. Like when you kill somebody, instead of locking onto, you know, nothing in front of you, because it does that. Like when you lock on, if I destroy this barrel, I'll still be locked onto the barrel even though it's gone, and it won't let you like
For
shift
the people
targets.
of 10 towns, who stands against me?
Alright, so this is not where the shrine is at. Yeah,
force my
can't be
hand.
black orcs. I think they're also, aren't they forcibly bred as well? Like they're a mix between goblins and orcs or something? I don't actually remember the lore behind orcs. Oh gosh. Which is a shame. A discredit to me, because I'm pretty good at my Lord of the Rings lore. Not really. I mean, I just kind of pull from stuff that I know. Or like people that I know, like I draw inspiration from something just there, and then I either like exemplify their traits or characteristics and just kind of, you know, push forward with that. Is there... I feel like this is the end of the mission, isn't it? It is. Is there not an attribute shrine here? Or did I miss it? Yeah. Yeah, very similar to, I should have watched that.
None shall pass.
I guess it's not in the boss mission, is it? Or the boss fight.
Strike!
Come, Guinevere! Guinevere, to me!
The shard is calling, and the worthy will answer. They hear the call.
So that's Kessel, the guy that had the crystal that he rise after. Previously, before our heroic companions defeated him before the game started. And the Duergar killed him because he didn't have the information that they wanted. And now the Liches are abducting him. Or his corpse, anyway.
Brunner's home was a ruin. And the destruction of Bangor's span, the bridge named for his father.
So I don't know if there's an attribute shrine here.
My years training at the Melee Mag Fair continue to pay dividends.
So there might not be a shrine here. I'm not actually sure if there is. I was told that there was one in every mission, so I don't know if I missed it. So I think going forward, I'm gonna put the rest of my points into strength, just for more damage. I'm pretty happy with the rest of my stats where they're at.
Hey, who stole my... Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, I got it. False alarm.
Based on the guide that I looked at real quick, I don't normally look at guides, but I've been through that mission a few times and haven't found it. So I'm assuming it's just not one in that mission. So maybe the boss missions don't have them?
You know I got what you're looking for.
Either every boss mission doesn't have it, or just some missions don't have them in general. I don't know.
See you around.
If that's the case, is it even worth going through all of these like that? I really wish there was an easy way to see if you picked up the shrines or not. Are you saying Lord of the Rings? Wait, what's the living hell about him? I love Lord of the Rings movies. They're like the I can't think of any movies that are better than the Lord of the Rings movies. I adore those films.
Regis said he'd let me come with him on his next adventure. For real.
The Hobbit movies, that's a different story, but... Alright, let's go through these anyway. I'm gonna pump it up to champion. So I'm really not having a hard time. I get up to rank 4, right?
Goblins had begun constructing a tower to secure their foothold in Brunner's home, and had spread out from that stronghold into the Dwarven Valley. The
Yeah, so
first
champion
step
gives me
clear out
3
the
to 4.
goblins was breaking into the goblin fort guarding the entrance to them.
We can do that. We'll bump it up a little bit more, just because we're not really having trouble doing it. And 2 of my favorite scenes in cinema are in the Lord of the Rings films. It's the Two Towers and the Return of the King. Oh yeah, I mean there were some things that they had to add to it just for, you know, cinema. There's also things that they took out.
Hey! I need that! I'm hungry!
But I mean, as far as films go, just super close and super well done. Even like the music itself, like the vocals and the music
Move your
is
own.
Elvish. Like it's like poems and songs in Elvish.
I said there, not here, there.
Like the last March of the Ents. Sometimes when I'm feeling super tired in the morning, I'll watch that scene, and it gets me ready for the whole day. Like last March of the Ents is my absolute favorite scene in any movie.
If he believes he can hold this valley.
Which isn't really saying a lot. So like, my second favorite is Ride of the Rohirrim. But then my third favorite, I think, is that ending scene in Shrek 2, where they're attacking the castle. The I Need a Hero segment.
Who would want to live in a tower when you could have?
Which, by the way, has almost 10,000 dislikes on YouTube. So that's why I don't give any credence to dislikes on any of my videos, because, if anyone's able to dislike that scene from Shrek, then, what does it matter? Dislikes don't mean anything to me anymore.
You force my hand.
So the soundtrack in this area is pretty cool. Like the Goblin soundtracks are pretty pretty radical. Yeah, I mean the entire soundtrack is just a masterpiece. But I don't think anything can beat when that music hits. And the last March of the Ents, it's phenomenal. I think I've never not gotten goosebumps when watching that. Alright, they're poison anyway. And sea poison. I just parried that arrow. I think you could do that. Maybe you have to be so close to him so it counts as like a melee attack based on the range. Because I've tried before. Maybe I just suck. What's wrong with Radical? Radical's pretty radical, man. I'm gonna bring tight back too. That was all the craze that I was in 4th grade. Everybody was saying tight instead of cool. And that's tight, man. Tight.
I can see your.
Oh wow, he got me.
Champion.
Spamming parry there. I guess spamming it's not the best idea. I should probably time it.
This Emperor Hamburg is indeed bold if he believes he can hold this valley.
How did the Emperor get the dwarves to abandon this valley? Sharkafoy.
Well, thanks, man. We can't let it die.
We're about to get shooken.
And bring Radical back.
You force my hand.
I dodged that. Guess not.
Drow will kill us all. There's a fight. Sneak up on me now, Drow.
Definitely thought I dodged that.
My body fails me.
Alright, chill out, man.
Taking down Hamburg's tower begins by reaching Argyll's gate.
Gates, towers. What's next? What? It's tight that you think that, man. No, I don't think I can say tight anymore. It's such a... It was weird to use back then as a cool word. And I only started it because everyone else was saying it. I was a victim of my environment. I didn't know it was cool, man. That's when Yu-Gi-Oh was a thing.
Hear that voice?
Or when Yu-Gi-Oh became a thing, I guess. May have been a thing before that. That's when it became a thing for me. So. I'm trying to... There we go. Lock onto this guy. Whew, ran out of stamina. It's okay though, I knocked him through the stratosphere. Where'd this guy come from?
Run along to me!
Those guys have a deceptively large amount of health. It looks like they're almost out of health and you just keep wailing on them and they just don't die. It's like, yeah, I can rush in here and finish this guy off real fast before he kills me. And then that doesn't happen. Some of them, yes. I do think some of the poor reviews are justified. It's not worth its $40. I think there's fun to be had. They need to fix a few things, like the multiplayer jankiness, some of the gameplay quirks. But I think the gameplay loop is solid. I think that the maps are solid, and like the puzzle solving and like the exploration is really solid. Of course, it would get you know, stale after a while. It's a lot like Vermintide in that regard. I wish they'd done a couple things differently, like, you know, kept it an isometric series. But there are a lot of the parts of the game that do feel good to play, so.
Someone approaching.
I could see maybe like $15 for the
I
game.
might not live through this.
Definitely not, definitely not 40. And if you have it on Game Pass, it might be worth playing a little bit.
Booyah magic. Booyah magic. Booyah magic.
Yeah, I guess it depends on which review you saw. 'Cause I know some people are just hating on the game because everyone else is, and they're just buying into the hype. I've seen some like scathing reviews that I don't think that the game really warrants. Probably, I mean, I don't give any credence to reviews anyway, but.
Stay away from me, Drow.
It's hard to avoid all the reviews for this game, because everybody and their mother is reviewing it.
Hold on.
I didn't have high hopes from the get-go. Like, the game, from like their announcement, always looked extremely mediocre to me. I was hoping for, you know, a mediocre but fun, repetitive game. Kind of got that, kind of didn't. They need to tidy up the gameplay, which, in a third-person action RPG, is the most important element. But everything around that is fun, and I'm enjoying the gameplay loop. Let me look at my hours real fast. I've been playing it a fair bit. I am at 18 hours as of right now, 18.7 hours. The beginning is a little slower because you don't have all your moves and stuff unlocked yet. As you unlock moves and stuff, you can unlock combos and stuff, and playing co-op, despite its jank, is the better experience. Can I go all the way back? Because I think I missed something. And a lot of the boss fights are also really fun. Like, some of the boss fights are pretty unique. Like, the chef, I think, is a good example. A very tough boss fight, but also really fun. I haven't fought all the bosses yet. There's 2 that I haven't fought. But I'm working on that. Wasn't there a ladder over here? Am I going crazy? Yeah, right here. So this is another way down. I think that takes me back.
Face me, foul champion!
I wish some of these activatable abilities activated a little faster, because they're still really hard to use in combat. So you have to pop them before you enter combat, and you're wasting precious time. Because they don't last super long. Fought Bigrin? Which one's Bigrin? I don't know all their names yet. I haven't fought them that many times, so. And there's still a couple that I haven't fought. I haven't fought the Beholder and the giant, Kelvin. But I fought the rest of them. I fought the dragon. I fought the Duergar, not brothers. I guess the mage and the fighter. That's Kelvin, I think. Kelvin is the big frost giant boss in one of the acts. I haven't fought him yet. I've heard he's super easy though. But I don't know if there's any truth to that because I haven't fought him myself. Alright, so this is the way we came from, right? Initially? Gotta be thorough. I'm looking for those darn attribute shrines. I don't know where they're all at. Probably something I should do off camera because I know it's not the most exciting to watch. I think I cleared out this whole area. Takes me back over there. Just takes me to this bridge, which I'm about to reach anyway. Yeah, no gelatinous cubes. I think that'd make for an interesting boss fight. They are coming out with the DLC in the fall, an expansion. So we'll see. Maybe they'll add a new character and stuff.
My work continues.
Because someone brought up they didn't have a mage character, and I think that would be a step in the right direction. Just more variety. Because right now they have all martial classes. You have a fighter, a barbarian, a ranger. 2 fighters actually. Because Caddy Bree's a fighter. I mean, they all use like magic abilities, so it's not like. Oh, that didn't hit anybody. I thought I was being slick. I'm having a hard time parrying the stupid guy. I see his attacks coming out, but he just doesn't want to be parried.
I might not live through this.
Yeah, you fight the spirit of him, if I'm not mistaken. It's not like the real deal, it's his spirit. I think. Don't quote me on that, because again, I haven't fought him myself. And then you fight Icing Death's mate, Stormwind or something? Stormwind, Icewind. You actually fight her in like the arena's really cool. You fight like underneath Icing Death's corpse. Yeah, I know there's none in the actual companions of the hall, but I mean they could make it work somehow, you know. I was saying that maybe they could put Artemis into the game. I couldn't remember his name. I had to ask because I haven't read the books, but I'm familiar with the lore. I mean, just adding more characters would be fun because every character technically has magic in this game, so I don't know how much different a mage class would play.
Has a booyog with him. Wish I had a booyog at my side instead of you.
That's weird. Is it lagging?
Can't Hamburg just take the tower with the shard?
So that's the way I have to go. Did I see? I saw a crystal right there. Guess not. We'll come back this way. So it seems to be telling me I have to go this way. Should I go back the other way? You can usually backtrack, so I'm not super worried about it.
What's on face? We'll be having help.
Come, Guinevere! This one will take some effort.
Oops. Oh, what killed me?
No trouble from you, drow.
What hit me there? I think I stood in the poison a little bit, but it looks like I got hit by a lightning bolt from the right. I've never seen that attack before in this game, so I don't know what that was.
This Emperor Hamburg is indeed bold if he believes he can hold this valley.
So I do think I have got the attribute shrine here. See if defeat Screech the Foreman. I think he's guarding it. Yeah, right? Yeah, the camera is one of the weak parts of this game when you zoomed in. Yeah, I can increase the field of view. I haven't done that. Where's it at? Is it... There's a new gameplay? Oh, here it is. So I can't increase this. I don't usually like increasing field of view in games. Like, I don't know if it still helps when I zoom in or not. No, it still zooms me in when I zoom in, so whoops. That does make it a little bit more isometric. Isometric-y. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to add an LY to it.
A lone enemy. I'm watching you, drow. Dwarven Valley. Yeah. Intruders.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna be Edwin. I guarantee that it'd be Edwin if they put a mage character in. Climb the ladder. Alright, so this will take a little getting used to. Yes, when you die, so if you rest at the camps when you get the short rest options, that'll be your next checkpoint, but I keep turning it down for the loot. Because when you short rest pops up, either you rest, you get all your potions refilled, and I think your abilities refilled. But you lose out on a loot modifier. Every time you turn it down, you get an increased chance at better loot. So since I don't have any checkpoints, I die, I go back to the beginning of the mission. All the loot and stuff you pick up does save. Just the enemies respawn, but everything else in the map stays the same. So you don't have to re-loot everything, you just have to fight the enemies again, or you can run past them, as you're seeing me do.
Die by my blades, goblins!
See, I'm zoomed in now, or I'm locked on, but I'm not zoomed in.
Champion!
I like this. This I can get behind. But then when I lock onto somebody else, like manually, it
Whoa, that was close.
didn't mean to do that one attack. It locked me into place. This I can get behind. Like, I like this. If only it stayed like this when I actually locked onto enemies. Thank you for asking the camera, or talking about the camera, because I forgot to mess with the FOV and I meant to earlier. Yeah, I mean, this is Baldur's Gate, right? So why not throw Edwin in? I know that they're not the same thing, but they are both Baldur's Gate. I'm sure I made a few people mad by saying that.
We killed the dwarves. We should be celebrating, not working our shookers off.
And we drove out their week while their warriors were fighting Kessel. They'll be back sooner or later.
And it lets you play as the male or female version of Edwin.
Guinevere, to me!
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's right. He had his guard up. I couldn't stagger him. Whoops, I parried that. Guess not. Alright, come on, health shard. Got an ultimate and a stamina shard. I would like a health shard. Don't use a potion unless I absolutely have to. Yes, this is one of the short rest options. I'm just going to increase my loot chance. Alright, so that's the way that I have to go. I'm going to backtrack and see if I can't find that altar. I don't know, man. Wilson's a pretty good companion. And he's not evil, which is, you know, another plus.
Push me walking, boys.
Whoops, he did another attack. He got attacked a lot.
Forward,
There we go. You can parry his attacks when he's not red. When he turns red like that. I don't know if you can parry that attack. It's like he's grabbing you. Okay, I caught up with my combo. I couldn't get out of there in time.
Cooking up some fresh meat.
I can't move. Why am I not moving?
For the people of 10 towns. Your meat-eating days are over.
There we go. It's a pretty tough fight. You don't have a lot of room here to maneuver. Me and some other guys had some trouble with that guy right here. It was on a higher difficulty, but there's also more of us. Yeah, Wilson at Zan. I think Zan's a better companion than Edwin. I love me some Zan. I know some people don't like him because they think he's a pessimist, but he's pretty funny. All right, which way do I need to go? Is this the way that I have to go?
The Emperor will lead us against
There's another way back this way. I can backtrack either way, I think.
there'll be golden holes for everyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I found the altar here. Oh, here it is.
Well, shit.
Famous last words. Are you missing out on Zan, man? Zan is my favorite companion in Baldur's Gate. Well, I like Kagain as well, or Kagan, however you're gonna pronounce it. It's spelled Kagain, I think, but it's pronounced Kagan. Or vice versa. I can never remember. It's not spelled how you would think it's pronounced.
My work continues. This one's had training.
I don't want no trouble from you.
Yeah, I love Zan. What just one-shot me? Yeah, because I actually like the ESO. I haven't played a lot of MMOs. I usually don't care for them, but ESO I had a lot of fun with. I played it when it came out. And I played through the Craglorn expansion, and I had to stop playing for other reasons, but had a blast with it. I mean, they have a Neverwinter, which is ugh.
Another chance to make the Dale safe.
I've played some Neverwinter as well. I had fun with it. It's so busy. I don't know, I guess getting to an MMO that late just makes it hard to get into for me.
You know what to do.
Everything's so expensive. Like, if you want all the races and classes, like, it's super, super pricey. Oh, don't talk about Neverwinter? Yeah. Well, some people like it because it's still active. Not saying it's a good game. I really couldn't get into it. I played some of the single player stuff, as in solo stuff. Had some fun. Ran some dungeons. That's all I really care about when I play MMOs. I play the stuff that I can do solo. I do it solo, like all the story mission stuff, and then I love running like small man dungeons and stuff like that. Like four or 5 person dungeons. That's such a blast. Couldn't really get into like the bigger Craglorn raids or trials, whatever they're called, in ESO.
We should be celebrating.
Building towers is hard.
Nothing worse.
Not.
Matildo del Talon, bye.
Did you go this way? Did I go down here? Or did I backtrack? Yeah, it was back this way. I want to make sure that I got that altar.
Your meat eating
Because that's the whole
days
reason
are
I'm doing
over.
this is for the altar, because I'm playing on too easy of a difficulty. That's fair. That's one of the reasons why it was hard for me to quit League of Legends. I had a bit of a addiction to skins in League of Legends. That's one of my dirty secrets. I spent way too much money because I have OCD. In the sense that when I have like one of something, I have to have all of it, if that makes sense. So like, I guess a good example is if I have like that first Halo game, right? I have to own all the Halo games. Otherwise, like, it's gonna bother me. Like, it'll actually affect my sleeping and stuff like that. Like, I just can't stop thinking about it. So they started releasing like all those like series skins and stuff, like the skins that shared a theme and stuff in League. And then, like, you know, if I had a skin for one champion, I had to have all the skins for a champion. And so it just kept going on and on and on. And it just spent so much money on it. Yeah, same with books. Like, right now, I'm on a pause. I haven't forgotten about it, though. But there's a reason I haven't walked into a bookstore in a long time. It's because I still have to buy all the Horus Heresy books that I'm missing. And there's a lot. Whoa!
to cow. Come, Guinevere!
Yeah, it's also a lot easier playing Drist when you're in a party.
Will we have an elf for dinner? Guinevere, to me!
Because they can kite enemies so you can get behind them. Because Drist does so much more damage from behind. I mean, everybody does, but you get guaranteed crits. But I get bonus damage to my crits. Like, I have a ton of that. So I'm not doing optimal damage to this guy right now.
I might not live through this.
You'll be fine, man. That was too close. I was trying to use a cool ability. That's not the one I was trying to use earlier. Hey, he's frightened. Oh, he resisted it. Of course he did. I'm gonna use this magic hand. It does a ton of damage. And your stamina regens while you're channeling it, which is really awesome. Yeah, I only played the one trial that they had with Craglorn. I don't know, I wasn't like huge into like guild play. I did a lot of solo stuff and like the random queues for the smaller dungeons. I guess because the trial was new, so people are still figuring it out, so it was a lot harder than it probably is now that people have figured it out. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Yeah. Gotta have it all, man.
I do it all for the Dale.
And it's really hard, especially like hobbies like video games and reading. Well, take care, Hector. Hope you enjoyed the stream, man. It was good talking to you. As it always is. No legendaries. Shucks. I don't have a lot of luck with legendaries. Like, whenever I play with other people, they get like 2 legendaries every run, and I'm sitting there getting, you know, 1 or 2 epics. Which is funny, because whenever I play with my buddy, I get all the good loot, and he doesn't get anything. So, maybe I just need to play with him. Because I played Destiny with him, and he got mad because he didn't get any good loot in Destiny. And I don't think they had trading at the time either. Like, you couldn't trade items when that game first came out. Like, look at the aesthetics on these. Like the lightning one, cold resist is okay. It's not the coolest looking. Fire resist looks super duper cool. Like a lot of the armor in this game just looks cool. Honestly, I don't think the Dragon's Bane looks the coolest, but it has the effects that I want, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I do think the gameplay loop in this is really solid, and like getting the loot feels really good.
Emperor Hambuk, he called himself. We had sealed him. Emperor Hambuk, he called. Goblins. Emperor Hambuk,
this is right.
he called himself.
Right? Yeah, I think this is it. Alright. On to the next, Attribute Shrine. I do have a point. Put it into strength.
Shoulda rock.
You know, I don't know. Let me see. Well, this was a really crappy article. I hate articles so much. Just give me a list. That's all I need. Here we go. Voice cast for Dark Alliance. Let's see what this says. Crispin Freeman, according to some Reddit post I found. So don't take that with a grain of salt.
I imagine the goblins are enjoying getting one up on the dwarves. Time to take
Actually,
them
I'm kind of the opposite. I'm super. I mean, I'm a very competitive gamer. So I was always like putting tons and tons of time into competitive shooters where my buddy wouldn't. And so when I played with him, it was usually like against lower MMR players. So I always did good. I'm mostly thinking about Siege when I say that. Because I put a ton of time into Rainbow Six Siege. I think it's a fantastic shooter. But it is super hard to solo queue. That's what I prefer to do. I didn't get all the way up to Plat 1 or Plat 4, whatever like the higher rank is, right before what, Diamond? When I stopped playing. Well, I'm not gonna take credit for that. That was some dude on the old Reddit that had answered that. You can thank Demius or Demias.
That tower is finished. Kill that sucker.
Can't get you there now, Phil, can I?
Yes, I don't see. It's all these pinky guys. So we should melt these guys first.
This one takes some effort.
I'm doing a ton of damage with this 5 daggers. I really like the fire and forget abilities. Felt like to whoops.
I might not live through this.
Got that right, man. Ran out of stamina. Like an amateur. Son of a gun. I wasn't paying attention to my stamina, and it really goofed me up. Sorry, it's very early in the mission. I can get back there no problem.
The Emperor is invincible with his shard.
I imagine the goblins are enjoying getting one up on the dwarves.
Yeah, it's one of the downsides. The zoomed in camera. I had no idea that guy was about to throw a spear at me. Like, it gives me a red indicator, but it doesn't really tell me what that red indicator means. So I'd rather be able to see it. But it's all good. I'm playing basically a glass cannon, so. I'm supposed to be playing with other people. To really utilize my character.
Tease me, elf. My mouth's already watering. Barely worth the trouble.
Right, so when he does that, I have a good opportunity to get behind him and really tear into him.
Foul champion.
I am standing in his acid though, which isn't great. Getting the sweet parries off, so I can parry the melee attacks fairly easier. Just the darn that ranged grab that he does. I just can't see it. Oh man, I'm trying to the stupid attack.
Come now, elf. I'll make you.
Actually, let's heal up a little bit. Also, I really love this ability. So Drist also has a set that gives him lifesteal, which might be worth using on higher difficulties just for sustain.
The runestone locks have been scattered by the dwarves.
But I really think the straight damage is better, which would either be this set or the Erden set. And I still think this one's better because it gives you more crit damage instead of just damage from attacking from behind. You can't always attack an enemy from behind, but you can crit them from the front. So I think you get more potential damage out of this build than you do with the Erden set. I put more time into it, and it's not like first impressions are really bad, but it's not. I'm having fun with it, you know. Like there's obviously flaws with it, but I think there's still stuff to appreciate in the game, and the gameplay loop is really fun. I like the grinding for loot and stuff. Just,
the King's Chasm,
I like loot.
but the Duergar and goblins invaded from within.
Can I grab this? I do think that the again, the gameplay itself is lackluster, but I think like the maps and the exploration, all that stuff is handled really well. So I'm hoping for a patch in the next week or so to really tidy up the combat, and I think we got a decent game. Not a $40 game, like nowhere near a $40 game, but we got a decent game on our hands.
Don't know how to climb, so how'd they get up there?
Come on, maggots!
Actually, I don't think the game's received a patch at all, which is pretty surprising. Considering there's usually at least a day one patch for, you know, any game, even like games that don't get negative reviews. So I find it weird that they haven't done anything yet. Love it.
Run to your holes, goblins!
But yeah, besides the combat and the jankiness and multiplayer, I mean, the game's got good bones. I think my first stream I said it didn't have good bones. I definitely misspoke there, because it does have, it has something there. Like, there's something there that's drawing me in and drawing me back to play it. It could just be that it's new and shiny. Or it could just be out of spite for all the people that are hating on the game, you know? Maybe that's what's driving me, is spite.
Because they were already running.
No, I don't think that's it. Because I was hating on the game pretty hard the first day too. But then I put more time into it, and it, I don't know. I feel like there's more to the game. Like, once you unlock more moves and stuff, like, combat opens up a bit. Okay, I should have parried that, I think. I do wish the developers would get back to me, though, and tell me why my microphone isn't being, displayed in-game.
For the people of 10 towns.
Everyone will slay me.
But yeah, the game does not give a great first impression, but there's a lot more depth to the combat and everything once you... That doesn't do a good job. The tutorial doesn't explain a lot of the stuff to you. Like how team attacks and stuff work and how to trigger them. Because every character has a unique way to trigger a team attack, and then anyone can trigger one with a parry, which isn't explained at all anywhere, as far as I know. And I played through the tutorial. Then each character, like I think Caddy Bree triggers a team attack anytime she just gets a kill. And I think Wolfgar gets one whenever he triggers a exceptional attack or exceptional blow. How do I get over to this chest? I think it's up ahead. Can't access it from this side, right? Because we came from that direction. But I do think that a lot of my initial critiques are warranted. Like, I don't take back anything that I said.
Dwarves cut us off from almost the entire bears got their mouths trapped. Part of it. We'll get rid of it. Dwarves can't never be there. Just one. Just a couple.
I don't really need gold. Plus, I'm going to sell the items that I pick up. Unless it's something that I absolutely want or need.
Whoa, that was close.
This one will test me.
Let's take care of these darn archers first. They're super annoying. Come on. Oh, I heard one of the attacks. I didn't see the second one coming. I don't think I missed anything back there. We'll continue forward, try and find this attribute point. I'm going to finish this act, I think, tonight, and then I'll probably call it a stream. I'll probably try to do the rest of them off camera, so I just keep doing like the harder stuff on camera. Because the harder content is more fun. I'll enjoy the challenge. Grab it. That's happened to me a couple of times where you try to climb up something and you just keep like, it keeps pushing you back down.
Protecting Hamburg. But why?
My work continues.
That was a little embarrassing. I'm supposed to do a,
Come, Guinevere!
Oh, it's super easy. Despite the silly opening to that fight.
Goffin's door won't open until all the runestones are recovered.
Sorry, just take our time till we find the attribute.
That's a drow!
Whoops.
Keep away, drow! Am I gonna die?
Did he ask if he was gonna die? It's a weird thing to ask while you're getting stabbed in the chest. I may as well grab it. I'm not going to find all of them. I'm pretty sure I've missed plenty of those because I'm not looking for them. I'm looking for the attribute shrine. I should probably pop this. Shoot! I realized the third guy back there was another shaman. That's fine. We'll just run back. Yeah, just a flesh wound.
Shine like ice.
The power of infinite lives.
I imagine the goblins are enjoying getting one up on the dwarves. Time to take them down a notch.
Also, a very small thing, but I do appreciate it. Whenever you jump or fall, you retain your sprint mode. A lot of games, whenever you jump or something, it cancels your sprint for whatever reason. It takes away from like the feeling of momentum that you can generate. This game doesn't have that, so.
But the Durgar and goblins invaded from within.
It's so important.
It ain't a rock. It's a rune. Just one. Not the Kavoy.
See you guys later. Let's go this way.
The drow. The drow.
You force my hand! Run to your holes, goblins!
If you just run past everything, the missions really aren't that long. I mean, this other guy, I think we knocked out 2 missions in like 7 minutes.
Kavoy's all alone.
Because he didn't want to loot, he just wanted to go and beat the boss. Because he hadn't been able to do it by himself.
Stick him! Stick him!
So this stuff hits like a truck.
This one will take some effort.
Lock on, please. Not what I meant to do.
Booyah magic. Booyah magic protects this one.
There you go. Magic should be gone. Now you're vulnerable. down. Oops, thought I parried that. Almost out of stamina. Parrying it completely shatters their guard as well, which is super great, especially when you do it in an AoE like that. Do I want to take the short rest? I don't really care about the loot. I'm gonna take a short rest. I very rarely do that, but I figured since I'm not chasing loot here, I think it's fine. Just getting those sweet attribute shrines. Which again, I think I've gotten most of these already, so. Did I miss that one? Or is it up ahead?
Collapsing the dam may have delayed the Durgar advance from below, but it didn't stop the goblins moving in from above.
I can't breathe.
So saying I have to go that way. What's up here then? Oh, it's the puzzle, that's right. So these are actually pretty neat. I mean, once you figure them out, I guess it's nothing to write home about. So if you look around, you can find these little symbols hidden. And when you press the right one, they will glow. And some of them are hidden pretty well. So there's one up there. Can't really tell what that is. One of the diamond ones. Say it's this one, I'll just double check. Yeah. So they're not like super complex puzzles. The hardest part is finding where the little emblems are. This one's not particularly difficult. There it is. But there's another one later on that's like outside, and this is square. And there you have it. Ooh, legendary scimitars. All right, we gotta finish this mission now. That could be a rank 4 too. So not only do you have like different rarities, you also have different ranks, and you can't change the rank of a weapon. You can upgrade weapons, but you can't actually change the rank. Let me double check out, make sure I grab this. I'm always paranoid that I didn't actually grab it. I think I've already gotten this one, because I've solved this puzzle before. Yeah. Just making sure. Alright, now we just finished the mission. I got what I came here for. And more! Got a legendary scimitar, which I haven't found before. I'm glad I haven't found any, like, repeat legendaries yet. If this was Diablo, I probably would have found 6 of the same legendaries. I haven't found 6 legendaries yet.
This one will take some effort. Whenever strike!
I need to start clearing out some of these ads. Especially these archers. Jeez. Oh, jeez. So that happens. Oh, whoops.
How is this that so quiet?
This one's had training.
I could just grab this and leave, but I've already started. And I think he can drop loot too. Some of the fights, I think it's randomized. It seems like some fights are guaranteed to drop loot, so I guess certain enemies will guaranteedly drop. I don't know, maybe it's not guaranteed. It seemed inconsistent thus far, so I can't really vouch for it yet.
Jesus. Quick, fella.
I might have to kill him. Good move. Come here. Oh, that's right. He does that stupid... I don't know what that slide is, but it always catches me off guard because I don't think he's going to actually attack when he stands up. But he does. I want to run past this fight. Screw it. I don't care about the loot. I got the legendary scimitars. And I got the attribute point. That's good enough. Oh, that's right. I have a checkpoint right here. That was so smart of me.
Collapsing the dam may have delayed the Durgar advance from below.
Oh, good job,
But it
me.
didn't stop the goblins moving in from above.
Clean out that dwarf old Pofashuck. I can't breathe in that.
Alright, see you guys later. Just running past.
Out with this drow! 2 swords.
Yeah, they always do like that jump
This
thing, and
one
then they
will take some
slide to like a
effort.
random spot, and they stand up and do damage. And it's I find it hard to avoid because you don't expect them to just slide across the ground like that.
My work continues.
As far as I'm concerned, we're done. I'm just gonna run through. So this is the boss fight. In a second. Oh, that's right, this is the 3 boss one. Now be careful, gotta watch out for that left hand swipe.
Get on that hook.
Oh, that's a bad time to do that. And, well, it's alright. We're right here at the boss fight. Once you reach the boss fight, if you die, it just spawns you back to the boss fight. You don't lose anything besides the damage, and I guess whatever ultimate meter you had. That's a bad time to activate my my buff.
Run to your holes, goblins!
Watch where you're putting the fire.
Yeah, they want to take out the troll first. I think he's the easiest to stagger.
Put me in trouble.
Whenever strike!
Oh, one of the guys died. I'm not sure what caused that. But I'll take it. I think somehow it bugged out. I think the ogre guy, or Bearbeak, actually, like, put the other guy through the wall or something and it killed him.
Being a goblin sucks.
There we go. The last guy's a chump. The troll, I think, is the biggest threat there. The Bearbeak to an extent, because when he leaps, he can, you know, teleport wherever he wants. But the troll, that left-hand swipe, we didn't see it here. That'll one-shot you. Maybe not on this difficulty, but on higher difficulties, depending on your build.
My years training at the Melee Mac Fair continue to pay dividends.
Alright, so we're going to do the next mission, and then I'll probably call it a stream. If my theory is correct, the next mission isn't going to have an attribute point shrine. Yeah, and I think some of the dialogue is pretty good too. Like some of the goblin commentary, if you stop and listen before you kill them, like some of it's pretty funny. Yeah, the voice acting is pretty solid. Alright, what set did I get? Okay, so I'm almost tempted to use this for that lifesteal. It's only a rank 3. Because I have some more pieces of this set. I don't have the full set though, so I'm not going to swap to it yet. But I wonder if that sustain is worth it. Because with this set, I'm also tempted to use the wow, you get precision strikes after a dash. I think that just increases your damage. I don't actually know where... There's nowhere in the game that tells you like what precision strikes does. Or, you know, cursing an enemy. It doesn't tell you what it does. You can assume, you know, like, you know, weakening an enemy is obviously going to reduce the damage they do to you and stuff like that. But it doesn't actually tell you what precision strikes does. I think it just increases your damage. It might be a higher crit chance. I don't know. But where's this other set at? So the set I'm currently using gives me 20% critical damage, and then another 30% critical damage, so I do a ton of critical damage. And then when I use Cloud of Daggers, I get a 25% crit chance on top of, you know, whatever else I've got. The other set I'm interested in using is the Duerden set. So 10% damage bonus from rear attacks on enemies, and then another 15% damage bonus. So 25% damage bonus from doing rear attacks, which are guaranteed crits. So I get more damage from the other set, and more versatility, because this one requires that you are attacking an enemy from behind. If you're using the this set, you can get crits when you're attacking them from the front too. So you're still getting extra damage and increased critical chance, and you can attack them wherever you want. So if you can't get behind the enemy, you're still getting a ton of damage out of this set. So I think this set is better, but this one looks a lot cooler. So, you know, rule of cool or optimization. Shame I'm not going to use those legendary scimitars.
I'm waiting here, you know?
Plus, I think the Dragon's Bane set is supposed to be the endgame set for Drist anyway, because that's what's dropped in the final boss of the game, which is this one. I'm not actually supposed to have this done yet, because I don't actually have it unlocked because I haven't beaten these other missions. So I still need to beat this Act 3. The Massive Kelvin is the first of the veteran missions. And then it's Crystalline Dreams, and then it's this one.
We had sealed Hamburg within his canyon.
So I did beat this one on the
But
legend.
left unchecked,
We're just gonna do
he would
champion.
eventually...
Because I am by myself. Yeah, again, a lot of the peripheral stuff in the game is really solid. It's just the
hell was
gameplay that
Oh,
needs a little tweaking.
Nothing. Just a bug. Forget it.
Hopefully the cutscene plays this time. I'll show this to you because this is a pretty cool cutscene. Not as cool as... Well, shoot. No, I think it plays when we get to the boss.
This Hamburg has them believing he has the shard. Yet he must have some power to keep so many goblins under his sway.
Tower's gonna give us a great view of the day.
Yeah, because these like boss missions don't even have a like secondary objective. Like you don't destroy carts or collect mugs or anything like that. So I don't think there's an attribute shrine for these.
I'm not too proud to beg. When this shift change, when will you stop whining?
Thought I had it. So I just hit that with a ranged attack, not worry about taking that hit.
Too many for eating mushroom. When we turn
Alright, dude.
I might not live through this.
I was pressing up on my D-pad. I was trying to heal right there that whole time. But I didn't want to stand still because I was going to die anyway. So I was trying to dodge and heal at the same time.
This Hamburg has them believing he has the shard. Yet he must have some power to keep so many goblins under his sway.
Tower's gonna give us a great view of the day. No one.
You force my hand!
Don't need to fight you guys again.
Two blades and no dice. Emperor Hamburg will be pleased with our vigilance. Nothing gets past us. You boys all alone. Never shut that ground.
Ton of arrows hitting me. Oh, come on now. There are just a ton of archers here. Pain in the butt to deal with.
Why do I have to fight a drow?
So I'm gonna take out my short rest this time. Just save myself some trouble in case I die again.
First Hamburg, then that tower comes down.
Not because I need the resources, but because I want the checkpoint. I'm just here for the attribute points. Nothing else. Well, I guess I've already grabbed this before. I feel like I'm still missing a lot of reliefs. I still haven't played all the missions, so I'm assuming I'll find them in the ones that I haven't done yet.
A crystal tower indeed. Goblins.
I haven't seen Hamburg in a while. But you can't see him. What? He's invisible.
He's invincible, not invisible, Bofus.
Keep away, Drow!
Come on, activate your ultimate, man. I should have taken that damage. I was in there trying to prove my ultimate. I am playing with an older controller, so you know some of the stuff might just be because my hardware is faulty.
Two swords make twice the fight.
This one will take some effort.
There's a ton of goblins here. Or maybe there's many enemies here. Also played it with teammates last time, so they probably took care of half of them. Alright, thought I broke his guard. I did not.
Just wait a second!
There we go. Another short rest. Yeah, this game definitely does not give a good first impression. I 100% agree with you. I'm hoping they tidy up the gameplay, but there's some fun to still be found in it, and that's... You have to get past the early game, I think, to really, you know, expand it on the combat. But once you do that and get good at like pairing and stuff, and playing with other people also helps.
I don't know. Just felt right at the time.
Whoa, get up! Get up!
So I don't know if there's an attribute shrine here or not. Oh, I didn't see a red arrow for that.
On our side.
Oops.
This one will test me.
Get those parries coming, guys. Oh, am I in that ability? Yeah, I hate that zoom in, because I can't see the stuff under my own feet, man.
Stop us all!
Call yourself a warrior's wrist. This footwork, understanding your footing and your spacing, is super important to be able to fight. Ability's so cool. Don't like using it in the middle of combat often because it's a little channel. I don't like being forced to hold still. Yeah, I think once you like, if you're not playing online and you get those parries off, that's really hard to do online. It feels really good. Takes some getting used to though, especially with the way the indicator system works. I still think there should be a sound prompt for it, and not just like that little red arrow, because it's really hard to see in combat. Vermintide's alert system is probably one of my favorites because it's subtle. It doesn't intrude into the game and gameplay too much, but it's enough to warn you, hey, put your block up before you get smacked in the back of the head. I think having some sort of sound prompt in this game for the incoming attacks from behind would be a great idea. Or since it's third person, I guess from any direction. I think this is already at the end of the mission. See, I didn't see an altar here. Yeah, and that's same one that's in like in Batman, Arkham Asylum, and in Biomutant. But this one you can't really use that because when you lock on, it's used to it. I mean, ideally that's what they have in this game, since it is a third-person action RPG. But since their lock-on system doesn't work that way, I think a sound cue would be better.
This totem's power is drained. I grow weary.
Oh, come on, I was in the middle of drinking my potion, man. How rude. Yeah, like the little alert symbol. I do too. I think, again, that would work in this game if the camera was different. If only. This has become a bit of a staple for third-person action RPGs. This game just gives you like a little arrow that's really easy to miss depending on the angle of the camera. Like even if they just changed it so the arrow was on the screen itself, like on the HUD, either at the top, left, right, or bottom, that would be better than what they currently have.
This totem's power is drained.
Get rid of this drow! I'm the Emperor!
So I think this breaks guard. I need to try to use this more often. Or stuns it or something.
This totem is neutralized.
Tear your ears off! No allowed!
town.
Get rid of this drow!
Can't get past me!
You stay away from my totems! Stupid shard doesn't work!
Guinevere, strike! Guinevere, to me!
Okay, something that the also game doesn't really explain is you do get a bunch of buffs when you summon Guinevere. You get like extra defenses, you can't be staggered. And a couple other things. Yes, it is Jesse James. Got an achievement, Companions of the Hall. Did I already have that one? What was that for? Oh, mission 4, higher without dying. Did I not die there? Huh. Well, I'll take it. What do they pronounce correctly? I mean, I'm not, like, questioning you. I didn't hear or catch what it was.
I do it all for the Dale and my friends.
But I mean, it is published by Wizards of the Coast, so I mean, they have to get it right. So I guess there's not a shrine here either. Okay. Yeah, it's most of the stuff in the game is handled very well. Oh, this dodge animation. Alright. Oh, nothing above a blue. That's disappointing. I wouldn't mind like a hide helmet option in case you wanted to. I mean, because some of the helmets do look a little silly. And if that's the set that you wanted to use, it would suck that you'd be stuck looking like this. That's not a good looking helmet. that's silly. This one looks really cool though. Again, I think the Tundra Raptor probably is the coolest looking. This one also looks pretty cool. Yeah, I get you. Which is funny because I do purposely mispronounce a couple of things because I think it sounds cooler a different way.
See ya, Drist.
But I also get frustrated when other people pronounce things incorrectly, so I'm part of the problem. I want to check something. So I'm gonna look at this little guide that I found and see if it does list the shrines. These other missions.
Goblins had begun constructing a tower to secure their foothold in Bruner's home, and had spread out from that stronghold into the Dwarven Valley. The first step to clear out the goblins was breaking into the goblin fort guarding the entrance to Rugrib's quarter. We would have to recover explosives to blow our way through their fortifications, and then take out the foreman and his Verbeeg enforcer.
Yeah, I did catch that.
Goblins had begun constructing a tower to secure their foothold in Bruner's home, and had spread out from that stronghold into the Dwarven Valley. The first step to clear out the goblins was breaking into the goblin fort guarding the entrance to Rugrib's quarter. We would have to recover explosives.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna call the stream here. By the next one, I should have the rest of these attribute shrines finished, at least for the missions I've already done. Well, maybe not these. Probably should try and do that with the group or something. But at least these 3 and these 2. I'll probably knock that out tomorrow morning or something before I stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my Icewind Dale Let's Play. Not sure when I'm going to fit into my schedule, though. Probably after Pillars of Eternity. Which will be after Wrath of the Righteous and Baldur's Gate 3. So, next year sometime? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was good talking to everybody. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day or night. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yep, take care, man. Glad to, it's good to have you here. There we go. I can't talk. Or I can talk. It just takes me a little while. Anyway, take care, everybody.